Lennart, thank you very much for coming by our stand. We would like to hear a bit more about you and what you are doing at TU Delft.
Absolutely, thank you for the invite. Lennart Berg, I'm a project manager at the Campus Development Center of the Delft University of Technology. And I'm working as a project manager in the transitioning of our heating systems in the campus buildings. So, to give you a bit more background, the Delft University is really focusing on being a sustainable campus by 2030, significantly reducing the CO2. And as part of that, we're looking into our heating district as well. The university has its own gas heated plant, which is currently providing the heat into the campus buildings. But we're heading into exciting times because we have a geothermal well being developed that's now entering the final phases of the boring. So we can start looking into the next phase of connecting geothermal heat into the campus district.
Very exciting. So tell me a bit more about what has then been necessary for moving from gas and then to one day to geothermal?
Good question. We have a relatively high temperature network. At the moment it's design temperature 120 degrees into the buildings. We're trying to lower that up to 80 degrees in the geothermal circumstances. But even now, we're already trying to lower the primary temperature into the buildings, and as a result, we need to change out the substations between the primary network and the secondary network inside the buildings. So that initiated a project several years ago where we had to look into changing out the heat exchangers, which are now tubular into plate exchangers. That started into a pilot phase where with various contractors, stakeholders, partners and the university owned services started looking into a design that has developed over the last few years, and now since 2-3 years we've looked into a full design concept that was implemented in those buildings.
Very exciting. And tell me a bit more about then, your collaboration with Danfoss and how that worked and why you...
So in the pilot phase there was already a distinction in certain components to be used. Part of that was Danfoss. As we progressed throughout the project, the Danfoss was part of the system, and it was decided to make it a full consistent system where we had reliability and consistency in the product selection. That resulted in one of the contractors selecting Danfoss as a supplier. And from that moment on, we have been implementing Danfoss stations. Big benefit, I think, is from the start in the pilot phase to where we are now, that gradually we've developed a certain system that was standardized for the application that we're looking for, but at the same time having the flexibility to modify as the situation requires. It's an old campus, old buildings, it's all monumental, very small, some rooms very big, small stations, big stations, so definitely a big variety in circumstances.
All right, thank you very much for
You're welcome,
dropping by.
And enjoy.
Thank you.